Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. Oh shit.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Go again.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. How's that? Yeah.
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Well, it's a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 11 of the Senol NPL Victoria match between the hosts Avondale FC and the visiting George Cross. Coming to you live from Avenger Park, all thanks to NPL Victoria YouTube page. My name is Alex Ivkorowski, and joining me in the gantry is Mark Ivkovich. Mark, welcome to you.
Thank you, Alex. Nice to be here on this weird afternoon, isn't it? It's a bit grey and warm and windy. So yeah, an interesting contest between these two teams. Huge game for George Cross, really, to the opportunity to go back inside the top six, and Avondale, to keep their place in the top six, really need to win. So interesting game coming up.
Absolutely. We've got a couple of other games that have kicked off. Hume versus Heidelberg, and after this we've got Dandy, Thunder and Preston. So it's a full Super Saturday here, but here at Adventure Park we've got two sides, as Mark mentioned, both vying to get into the top six. Georgies, though, it's more important for them if they can somehow find a win today. Will get them into the six. For Avondale, for them, anything other than a loss and they could still be where they are. So big game. Well, it is a massive day, as we said. These two teams last played each other. We're going to have to go back a fair while. 2014 it was, round two. And it was George Cross won 1-0 in the return fixture. Avondale won 4-2. And in the Doherty Cup 2017, Avondale won 4-3 on penalties. So it's been quite a number of years since they last met. Obviously, George Cross coming into the top tier of Victorian football after being away for 16 years. But Mark, plenty of matches between the players. Where do you see the biggest battle in these two sides today?
really for George Cross is trying to break down that very stubborn Avondale defence. Patrick Flotman and Matt Reid have been so solid at the back for Avondale, but a bit of a surprising move in Avondale's lineup this afternoon with Emlyn Wellsmore dropping to the bench and Dylan Jacoupy getting his first start of the season. So interesting to see if George Cross can exploit that. It's a very surprising move. Wellsmore, he's usually one of the first players to be on the team sheet. Can't be an injury because it's listed on the substitutes bench. So that might provide an outlet for George Cross. And then on the other side is trying to contain George Ott and Bruno Fornaroli. If they get going, that's when Avondale looks very formidable, especially at Avenger Park. They've been so good. George Ott missing last week, didn't get the start. And I thought Avondale struggled a little bit without his presence up top and linking up with Fornaroli, so back into the lineup today. So interesting to see how Georges can contain that.
It'll be George Cross who kicking us off in their white and black strip with white socks. Avondale in their all blue kicking off to the left of screen. So we welcome you all wherever you're watching around Victoria or Australia, around the world. Thank you for tuning in. It's going to be an absolute cracker of a game. And it'll be the Georges kicking us off underway. And there we have it. Luke Lofts getting us underway as Morgan Fowler directs down to the left-hand side as Maker, cleared by Reid. So, bit of a windy sort of wind coming from the left-hand side, Mark. Yeah,
it's interesting to see how these sides are tapped. It's very, very blustery out there. And it's key for the Georges to get off to a real good start today. It was a very flat performance last week against Altona, probably the first poor performance of the season since coming back into the top flight. So they want to quickly erase that and get on the front foot early.
Zoutidis cut off by Trejcheski, brought down by Ott. Zoutidis doing the splits there, through ball to Valentini now. Shot comes in and that one is sprayed wide, so first real chance going to Avondale. We'll give you the lineups just now. Number 1 in goals for Avondale, Jack Gibson. Number 4, Patrick Flotman. Number 5, the captain, Matt Reid. Number 10, Bruno Fornaroli. Number 11, Max Green. 13, Ute Towns. 14, Blake Carpenter. 22, Stefan Valentini. Number 23, Christian Trejcheski. Number 9, George Ott. And number 20, Dylan Jacoupy. And for George Cross, in goals is Christian Siciliano. Number 2, Jordan Tucker. Number 4, Michael Zoutidis. Number 5, Morgan Fowler. Number 6, the captain, Tyler James. Number 10, Leo Marzis. 11, Joshua Whiteley. 16, Daniel Cutler. 18, Luke Lofts. 27, Ottman Bernardo. And 25 is Maker. So 2 changes, as we mentioned, for Georges, Maker and Fonsball. Casper Fonsball on the bench. Out on the bench is Dib, and Prifty is out of the lineup there. So ball going forward as Reid finds Towns. Trejcheski looking to slide that through to Ott, but Zoutidis cutting it off. Cleared by Jacoupy. Hot ball at the moment. No one really wanting to take control as Trejcheski probably could have got a foul there as Jacoupy looking to go back. He does to Gibson, who just gets a bit up and under on that one, and that'll be out for a throw. So nervy start from both sides, Mark.
Yeah, just feeling each other out. Another big ace for Avondale this afternoon is Jacob Miller, not in the lineup at all. He's been so good from the past few weeks, coming in at that number 6 role. Ute Towns into the lineup to cover that position.
Lofts tries to play it down the line. Whiteley just out of pace there, going back to Reid. So high press here from Georges. Good work there by Lofts just to keep it in, and it will be a goal kick. So nervy moments so far. As Mark mentioned, some big good battles there. Morgan Fowler against Bruno Fornaroli. George Ott and Michael Zoutidis, so they've matched up in the height difference there by Eric Vasiliadis, but it's going to be down to who can manage to contain themselves as Towns tries to put the through ball, but Green just waiting for a foul. Just a hot ball there as Trejcheski busy early on. Christian Trejcheski probably hasn't had the season he usually has. Not much of an impact at the moment. 2 goals, 2 assists to his name, as Siciliano there almost got caught out. So it's something to watch by Avondale, as Siciliano loves to get out and about, so something that Fornarelli and Ott will keep in the back of their mind.
Yeah, just on Trajewski, he's playing a bit of a different role this year for Avondale, sitting a bit deeper in the midfield, more like a quarterback position now that it's kind of come into football, whereas he was a lot more attacking and making runs into the box the last few years. So a different role for him this season.
Jacoby cut off there by Whiteley. Oh, crashing through was Ott. Trajewski's gone down as Bernardo comes through. Trajewski's still down. It's Lofts now. Overlapping run from Bernardo. Lofts cuts it back into the middle. Squares it to Maker. He fancies a shot out. It's a great save by Gibson.
There's a good opportunity for George Cross. Maker allowed a lot of space to take the shot there. Good save by Gibson.
Trajewski back on his feet. He looks to have recovered, but George Ott absolutely poleaxing Morgan Filer there.
Definitely thrown himself around in this opening 5 minutes, hasn't he, George Ott? He's been in the thick of it.
An old saying, hit him hard, hit him early. It's a corner now to Georges on the left-hand side. Whiteley whips it into the hot spot. Oh. Still not out of trouble as Tucker forces the danger man Trajewski, but Bernardo over the top, cleared that time by Flotman. Fornarelli was waiting for it. Trajewski just mistiming that one, and Georges survive an early scare.
Good start from George Cross in the opening 5 minutes. Seems to be settling into the game. Tough afternoon for Geordie Tucker on that right back position. You've got Max Green running at you, and then probably one of the most informed players in the competition, Blake Carpenter, with those overlapping runs. And as we saw last week, you can't allow him any space to shoot at all.
Big throw from Whiteley, headed away by Reed. Pulled back into the box. Oh, audacious there by Zoutsidis. Challenge came in from Carpenter. Definitely right, Mark. He scored some rippers over the last couple of weeks. Very lucky not to get goal of the week last week. So Carpenter, anything outside the box, Georges will know. They have to make sure that their challenge is spot on. Another long throw into the box, headed away. Avondale able to manage it. Has lost thought about shooting. They square it out wide. Still going forward. Mars has just lost sight. Good clearance there by Carpenter. It's just wide of Fornarelli.
Real positive approach from George Cross this afternoon. Really suffocating Avondale at the moment, not allowing them to get out of their defensive half.
Max Green just switching to the left-hand side as Daniel Cutler just taking a knock there. Tyler James going back to Siciliano. Something he needs to work on, Siciliano. His distribution last week against Altona was off, so Avondale will look to take advantage of that as quickly thrown in by Carpenter. Headed away by Zoutsidis. It's flicked on to Loss. Gets around one, gets around Reed nicely now. Out wide to Whiteley. We need to utilise his pace. Good work by Whiteley. And it will be a goal kick. Good recovery there from Dylan Jacoby. As Flotman clears. Ott and Zoutsidis this time. James coming in to recover. Wiley to Bernardo. It's good to see Whitey back into the lineup. Towns. They're going back to Reed. Flotman with a bit of space. No one really available in front of him. So sort of a different lineup from George's, playing almost a 4-4-2 traditional setup there, as Gibson going wide to the left-hand side. Tucker heading it back in, finds Marzis. Cut off by Trajewski again. Towns. How many times we've seen that partnership? It's cut off by Marzis. Leo Marzis now into the middle of the park. James out wide to Whiteley. Looks to go direct route. It's a lovely ball from Whiteley, but just taking a tumble was Daniel Cutler there. So, lovely ball from Whiteley. Darted across the field. So again, George Cross on the front foot early in this opening 10 minutes here at Avenger Park. As Jack Gibson looks to bring it back into play. So Eric Vasiliadis will be happy with the opening minutes, but he knows still a long way to go. Jack Gibson with 2 clean sheets so far this season as Whiteley flicks it on. Cutler to Lofts. Going wide. It's going to be a good battle, this Jacoby and Whiteley, both speedy. Lovely work there from Jacoby. Goes forward to Ott. Oh, Morgan Filer. Shouts of a high foot there as Filer fancies himself. Hits the back of Flotman's head. Trajewski now. Referee allows advantage to play on. Going wide to Towns. Towns can overlap to Valentini. And good defensive work there by Geordie Tucker. Carpenter. Cutler. Good recovery from Avondale here. As Reed going wide, he finds Chikupi. Good work there by Lofts, cutting that one off as just comes off Luke Lofts there. Jacoby looks to bring it back into play. Away fans not too happy with that one. As the shot comes in, good save there as Fornaroli really should have had that in the back of the net. Oh, nervous moments there for George Cross as Bruno Fornaroli in front of goals. How many times we've seen that over the years where that's gone in the back of the net. So Georgie's breathed a sigh of relief there. Siciliano assessing his option, going wide, and again just too high for Hartman Benadu. Long throw from Jacoby. Good work there. Cross comes in, headed away by Filer, falls to Towns. Just composes himself, Towns, going wide. Carpenter thought about it. Avondale just can't seem to find enough space here for a shot off. Good defensive work there by Georges, the spin move. Lovely work there from Valentini, headed away. Fornaroli thought about the scissor kick, and that's going to be a free kick against James.
It's really good defensive shape there from George Cross, getting numbers back. Really, really organised. You can see everyone behind the ball there, not allowing any space for a proper cross to get inside the box. And then when it did come in, they had the numbers there to cover it.
Zoutidis finds Whiteley, looks to go over the top to Cutler. Good ball in. Cutler now waiting for reinforcements. No foul given away there. As Trejcheski now looking to break the lines. Ott. Finds Flotman going wide to the left-hand side of Carpenter. So Avondale just slowly getting it up to the halfway line as they dart one across the field. Lovely touch there from Max Green. Little dink over the top. Good work by Bernardo to cut that off. Falls back to Carpenter. Avondale just controlling the possession and tempo over the last few minutes. Towns happy to go back to Flotman. Maker just being told to press up as they go back to Jack Gibson. In the other game, Hume City leading 2-0 against Heidelberg, so that's a big result there for Hume City.
Just goes to show how unpredictable the league is at the moment, Alex, isn't it? You know, saw last night's results as well. Melbourne City defeating South Melbourne, you know, a full strength South Melbourne as well. St Albans with a big win away from home. So anyone could beat anyone.
Away fans just voicing their opinions about the displeasure of a couple of challenges. Fornaroli in the thick of things at the moment. The referee just trying to calm and settle things down.
It is getting a bit heated out there. You know, those first early couple of challenges that got let go, that's what happens. You know, you just need to settle things down now.
James. Oh, it's a terrible ball from James. He puts it through, but heavy touch that time from Valentini.
Get away with that one, James.
Max Green just clipping Bernardo from behind, and that'll give us a break in play. Bernardo coming back from long-term injury.
Did really well to get out of that tight space as well, didn't he? Was able to draw that foul from Max Green.
Bernardo looking to go up the field as Cutler the target. He heads that on and it will be a goal kick.
It's a pointless ball there, isn't it? It's just playing 50-50 pass, asking a lot of your attackers to try and win that. Better off just restarting possession and building up slowly.
It's Flotman to bring it short into Gibson. Dangerous move there. No one pressing from George Cross. Marzies just clips that one as Filer and Fornaroli. And offside flag is raised by the assistant on the far side.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow to come back from that offside position, Cutler.
Trejcheski now into Ott. Looking to play the through ball. It's still going forward. The shot is blocked. Forced to Cutler. Bit of a lazy ball there from Daniel Cutler as Carpenter coming flying in. Maker. Reed happy to come in, and that'll be a goal kick.
It's a bit of an old school football game at the moment, isn't it, Alex? You know, big challenges coming in left, right and centre. A lot of physical players out there. Matt Reed, Flotman, Tsitsides, Filer.
Not afraid to, as you said, Mark, just old school style football. Long throw from Jacoby. And just bouncing off Green's chest. Cutler. Maker. Just a bit. Got to be careful here, Maker, in two minds as Zoutides got a lucky break for it to slip. He tries the outside of the foot, but Flotman cutting that one off. Good block by Cutler now. Maker looking for a through ball. And that time.
Just needed to get his head up. Leo Marzis made a really good run in behind. Flotman had no idea that Marzis had made that run. Maker was able to get his head up and find him. He was through on goal. Just a lazy pass again. So it's killing Georges at the moment. They're working so hard to win the ball back quickly, and then just really poor decision making when they get into that final third at the moment.
It's been their story of the season. We know the coach Eric Vasiliadis has mentioned they don't score enough goals. Well, that's a helicopter pass there, so luckily Benadu is able to get it under control, looking to go forward as Ott puts in a challenge. He's playing a different role today, George Ott. It's more of an attacking midfielder.
Yeah, he's dropping in between the lines when they're out of possession. Usually it's Fornaroli that does that for Avondale. But obviously Avondale coaching staff will recognise something that they want from Ott to do this afternoon.
Zoutides looks to go upfield again. Jakupi, Reed, and Benadu giving away a foul there.
Just Tyler James needs to be a little bit careful. It's twice he's put his defence under really severe pressure. Last week, that's how Altona scored their goal, was from a loose pass.
Matt Reed just getting back to his feet after that challenge, and Jack Gibson keen to bring it back into play here. 20 minutes played at Adventure Park. The best chance of the game really going down to Fornaroli. Whiteley just towing that one. Follows up his own ball. Fornaroli again. Short one to Towns. Can go wide. Valentini. Well, good work by Valentini. Gets past Tucker, but Tucker got the challenge in. Marzis. Good running here from Leo Marzis. A solid challenge there from Blake Carpenter.
Stayed on the ground, Geordie Tucker. It's never a good sign when the defender stays down behind the play.
Give the players a bit of a break here. It's been a really interesting start to the game. Geordie Tucker going down. There's been some really key matches in the middle where, as you mentioned, Mark, Tyler James just giving away a few balls. Probably would not like to do again, especially with Trey Chesky, Towns, Ott and Fornaroli hovering around him. So something that Eric Vasiliadis maybe just needs to make a tweak.
Just needs to be a little bit more positive. Tyler James, prior to him being out with injury, he was so positive, getting on the ball, driving forward. I was really impressed with his early performances in the season before he got injured. Just needs to regain that mentality again. His work rate's excellent. Just needs to be a bit more positive on the ball and stop second guessing himself every time he's in possession. Looks like he's got a bit of a problem, doesn't he, Geordie Tucker?
Well, this is his 99th game for George Cross. Next week against Hume will be his 100th game, depending on how he goes here. So put on some tape around that right calf there, so let's hope it's nothing too serious. It might be just a small knock. But he's back on his feet, which is a good promising sign there. Back into play. Lovely turn in the middle of the park. Cutler just put it behind him. So Trey Chesky now looking to go forward. That goes back to Flotman.
See, every time Tracheski gets on the ball, Luke Lofts is straight away closing him down, not allowing him any space.
Oh, it's a terrible ball from Maker. Siciliano now. Oh, it's given away to Ott. Ott probably should have had the chance. He just couldn't get enough height. And Siciliano, he's saved by his blushes.
Jeez, some lazy work again from George Cross. Lazy pass in the middle. Putting Siciliano under pressure, and then a lazy clearance from him as well. Won't be happy with what he's seeing in that aspect, Vasiliadis. They are playing well, George Cross, but just putting themselves under unnecessary pressure, which they've been so good at in the opening 10 games of the season, just not making those silly choices to put themselves under that pressure. Just clear your lines and start again. These loose balls, you can't afford to do that, especially against a quality opposition like Avondale.
Towns looking to go wide, but Zoutides following it up. Good work by Towns. Just a bit too slow there in their movement. Ott as Loss looks to go forward and cut off by Flotman. Good run here from Flotman, out wide to Jacoby. Cross comes in from Jacoby. And that one sails over the bar.
It's really well led by Flotman to break the lines there. Just a bit of a rusty cross from Jacoby.
Maker to James. Oh, big challenge there from Reed. It looked okay from our angle, but Zoutides returns the favour. Jacoby now. Cross comes in, it's low, brought down. Just can't get it on the end of it. It was green. It's cleared by James. James still not happy with that challenge. Oh, not good ball through. Fornarelli, he shoots. Oh, it's a wonderful goal. And Bruno Fornarelli makes them pay.
Geez, some finish from Fornarelli. It's like they just switched off for a second. George Cross still, worried about that foul on James. It's good work by Carpenter to just wriggle his way through, find that space. Morgan Filer just allowed Fornarelli that a little bit too much of space, needs to close him down. Great finish from Fornarelli. That's what he brings to the table. Alex, that experience, that's a goal we've seen him score a fair bit of times at A-League level.
Well, that's his 6th goal of the season. That's Carpenter's first assist so far. So against the run of play, Avondale get one, and Fornarelli makes up for that earlier miss. And as you said, Mark, it's that just not focusing on the game, focus on what happened off the pitch. And that's where Georgies are getting caught out at the moment as James. Mars is moving to the left-hand side. And it'll be a throw for for Avondale there.
They just lost their way, George Cross, the last 5 minutes. As I said, bringing themselves under some unnecessary pressure. So Avondale sniffed that danger as well. Even that ball into the box where they allowed Trajewski that time and space just before that goal.
Widely just getting out muscled there as Carpenter. We'll read again. Mars is coming to work. Maker plays it short to James. Mars is looking for a through ball there. Trey Chesky out wide to Jacoby. Fornarelli starting to drop deep. Back to Jacoby. Tries to square it in the middle, but Maker. Good work by Loss to help out. They go wide to Whiteley. Trying to get out of trouble. Who finds Tucker. Looking for the line. Cutler's onside. Challenge from behind by Carpenter. It was good by the referee.
Now it's really important for George Cross to regain their focus, because this is what Avondale's really dangerous at. They were not really in the game until that probably 5-minute period before the goal. And then once they get that goal, then they go to another gear and really start putting their foot down.
It's Whiteley looking to go the long throw. Gets it into the box. Maker was the target, but headed away. Fornaroli. Missed tackle there from Tucker. Fornaroli almost playing a left back role there, so good to see the forwards happy to help out as it's cleared by Avondale. Siciliano.
He looks like he's really struggling out there, Geordie Tucker. He's struggling to get back, hobbling around. I wouldn't be surprised to see George's make an early substitution. And
Botman Benadu there just took his eyes off the ball. Quickly taken to Towns. Jacoby has Green short. Just finding pockets of space here. Jacoby kept running now. A little dink over the top. Tucker chested away. Just in those small passages, Mark, Avondale just really good with the decision-making, quick 1-2s. They get out of trouble so easily.
Yeah, that's what they're very good at in those tight areas. They're just reacting to things better as well. And again, that quick throwing that George Cross defence off guard, and then they're scrambling to react to it. And just finding good little pockets. You can see when they're attacking as well, Czajewski's really pushing up high. In between those gaps between the fullback and the centre-back, started to confuse that George Cross defence at the moment.
I think Geordie Tucker's day is done as the medical come out. We've got Carpenter down as well here right in front of us, so the medics are earning their money today.
It's about time. Looks like Justin Spiteri's getting ready to come on.
Plenty of experience, Justin Spiteri, formerly of Green Gully.
Looks like they're doing a bit of a concussion test on Blake Carpenter. And just a bit of bleeding from his chin as well.
Might just need a bandage around the chin, so it will be a sub. Geordie Tucker will come off. His day is done, and Justin Spiteri will come in. He'll slot into that right back role. Corner now from Trajewski, looking for the back post. Might have overly hit this one. It's kept in by Green, but just on a corner flag there. It's Benadu over the top to Marzis. Good work by Marzis as Maker looks to come into play. Lovely through ball. Loft just overrunning it there. They go back to Towns.
Slow to push out of their defensive line there as well. Georges, even if they had played that right pass, there was no one forward.
That time Gibson going wide. Okay, back to Siciliano. Zoutsidis, got to be careful. Benadu goes long. Play on is the call now. An opportunity for loss. It's Marzis. Can he slot one through? And an offside flag. He just couldn't get himself back into position. He was facing the assistant as well.
Marzis was better off probably backing himself there and just kept driving towards goal. You know, he's scored some cracker goals this season. Just needed to just get a little bit closer and pull the trigger. And those opportunities are going to be few and far between for the Georges this afternoon.
Gibson gets us back underway. Zoutsidas, he's headed it straight to Valentini. Cleared by James. Cutler battling hard there with Flopman, but Ute Towns just sliding into that left back role while Jacobi gets his face taped up. Almost looks like a neck brace at the moment.
It does look like a neck brace. Very strange bandage job there. You got a loose stud from a clearance, just grazed the underneath of his chin. So awkward spot to get a cut.
Siciliano going wide to that side as Carpenter getting involved since coming back on. Spiteri, lovely through ball there as Whiteley now needs to utilise his pace, cuts back into the middle. Maker, lovely ball in, it's Cutler, just took a heavy touch there, chance for a loss, he shoots and it's lost, makes it 1-1.
Great work by George, who's forced their way through there. Avondale probably disappointed they didn't clear their lines, but Luke Lofts persisted. Similar to that Marzi's chances earlier before, you just need to back yourself and have a shot, anything can happen. There's no way that Whiteley should have got his, Cutler, should have got his foot onto that. And Reed's probably misread it, needed to clear his lines. Great finish by Lofts though.
Well, that's his third goal of the year. Daniel Cutler doing a breakdance to get that assist, his second for the year. So Georges get it back on equal terms now. As you mentioned, Mark, disappointing there. Josh Whiteley shouldn't have got through that easily. But more importantly, Cutler did not give up. So good response 10 minutes ago before half-time here at Adventure Park. It is 1-1. And the referee's going to call it against Justice Spiteri there. Justice Spiteri just gives George a little bit of a nudge along the way, not too bothered about the height difference between the two.
He's been very aggressive this afternoon, George. He's really thrown himself around. He's walking a tightrope at the moment. They say that the next physical challenge he puts in will be a yellow card. It's interesting to see if this goal gives the Georges that confidence they need. You know, look, they've been playing well, getting into the right areas, just haven't had that self-belief that they can penetrate that Avondale defence.
Good clearance by Siciliano. Lofts again. Goes outside the foot. Marzi's good challenge. Maker again, he's done well. Not his usual position. Goes back to Bernardo. Maker, growing in confidence. Oh. Green coming in, just squats him down as Trajewski now breaking the lines. Got to be careful here. He has Fornaroli to his left, Ott to his right. Lays it off to Ott. Shot comes in. It's gone. Oh, it is. And Fornaroli makes it 2.
Just lost the ball at the wrong time, Georges. The Maker got onto the ball and everyone started streaming forward. It's well done by Max Green to win the ball back and play through Trajewski, but Georges has committed too many numbers. He can't lose the ball in that fashion. George Ott just continuing his run. Good shot on goal. Across the face. Fornaroli, lucky that rebound came straight back to him. But he's committed too many numbers going forward. And then lost the ball at the wrong time, George Cross, and got punished in transition.
That's how dangerous they are. They know that they can't turn it over so cheaply. Trajewski just patiently waited and waited. Ott made the run, and Fornaroli, using all his 38 years of experience, just waited for the right time and attacked the ball. Green, happy to see that go over the line. And it'll be a George Cross throw right in front of their bench. Quickly taken. Maker. It's gone back the other way. So Maker just making a few errors there. That's really not necessary. As any other game, Heidelberg have clawed one back. It's 2-1 there. 10 minutes left to go.
I feel like Maker's teammates need to recognise that probably his strength isn't on the ball. He's been very good in breaking up the play in the middle of the park, and you'd imagine that's what he's there for. His power to be able to contain the Avondale midfield. But when he is on the ball, you can't commit so many numbers forward because there is a good chance that he's going to turn it over.
It's almost he has to swap with James. James plays that attacking role and Maker plays that number 6 role. James obviously quite better on the ball. Maker now. Lovely ball. Just a tad too long for loss.
Frustrating for Vasiliadis. They worked hard to get back into the game and then concede pretty quickly again.
James into the middle of the park. Maker. Got the size difference. Good work by Whiteley, but Towns comes away with it. Green. Zoutsidis. Back to Siciliano. He's got to be careful now. Backs himself in. Oh, he sliced that one there, but free kick given.
Don't know about a foul there. Tresky didn't look like he'd put a challenge in. But he's making these late runs, Trajewski, that no one is tracking. Need to be aware of that, George Cross, because he is very dangerous when he makes those late runs.
5 minutes to go here at Avenger Park. Whiteley coming back to help. James finds Lofts. Tries to put a through ball in, but Jacoby covers, and Gibson will be happy to get that under control.
It's good positioning by Jacoby. Saw where that pass was going. Just made sure Marsis didn't get the opportunity to get onto the end of it.
Green back into the middle of the park as Maker Lofts. Bernardo going back to Zoutsidis. Still in play. The wind just taking that one over as Jacoby got a leg in. And once again, George just playing the enforcer role today, Mark.
Yeah, I think it's a clear instruction by Avondale to get him to be physical on this George Cross midfield.
You're shooting to get the first card. That's always the case. We always got the first card.
Filer, happy to go back to Siciliano. Starting ball straight to Jacoby. Lofts brings it down. Towns comes away with ball. And Bernardo. He'll be given a yellow card, so
it's a bit of an aggressive challenge from Bernardo. I don't think you can have any complaints on that.
yeah, high leg is follow through, so probably fair call there. Good caution there by the referee. It's now Avondale who just going to slow things down. Another 2 minutes left to go before half time. Trajewski sends a long ball forward. Siciliano gets it under control. Releases Whiteley. Plays it to Maker. Spiteri kept running along. Just getting mixed up there between Lofts and Cutler. Valentini coming to the right-hand side. Jacoby cut off by Zoutsidis. Valentini will get his ball back. Flopman gives it away cheaply there.
Good pressing from Luke Lofts, though, to force that mistake on Flopman.
Flicked on by Maker. Jacoby sends it back where it came from. Looks like to be 4 minutes of added time.
And there's a few stoppages early in that first half.
Jacoby with the long throw. Cleared by Bernardo, only as far as Towns. Filer just cutting that one wide as Marzi brings it down nicely. Maker now looking to go forward. It's got to just keep going, Maker now. Goes wide to Marzi's. Need a bit of assistance as Lofts. Back to Maker. Goes wide over the top. I'm not sure who was that to, as Carpenter. Be happy to see that one come down. No pressure. Filer. Hard chase by Trajewski. Oh, it's a heavy touch there from Siciliano. It's Trajewski.
That's the last thing that George Cross needed right on the stroke of half-time. Great work from Trajewski to recognise the danger there and close it down, win the ball back. Great finish as well. It's a very heavy touch from Siciliano, put himself under pressure. And he's gotten away with jail a couple of times today already with those poor clearances. And just that heavy touch there.
That's got to hurt. Well, we're hoping to go into the halftime break at least by a goal down, but it's poor mistakes like that, and against teams like Avondale will punish you. And Trajewski gets his third goal of the season. And that's just taken a little bit of a sting out of the game now, as headed back by Valentini. Jacoby. Good work by Makers. Reed gets a second chance at it. Bernardo. Good work by Fornaroli. He breaks it nicely now. Trajewski going wide. Towns kept running. Can go long again. Finds Fornaroli this time. Siciliano comes out at the right time.
Just watching that goal back, there's no need for him to take that touch as well. Just clear it first time. It was a little bit of a heavy pass from Morgan Filer, but surely you're able to just clear your lines.
Valentini now gets around one. Still going. Valentini has three white shirts in front of him. Maker did well just to slow things down. Cutler. And go back to Zoutsidas. Siciliano this time takes a short touch. Going wide, but straight to Carpenter. Spiteri gets out of trouble. James. Bernardo. Finds Cutler now. Is there one last roll of the dice here for Georgies? And Valentini giving away a foul.
Dangerous area to give away a free kick, especially with Luke Lofts on the set piece.
Big moment in the game here. Can Georgies get one late in the half here to make it 3-2. It's lofts over the ball. Puts it into the hot spots, flicked on by Spiteri.
Just needed to let that run, Spiteri. I think it was intended for him to get on the end of it. It was a good ball in by Lofts. And that should just about do us for the first half.
We've played 4 minutes of added time so far in this round 11 Senol NPL Victoria match between Avondale and Caroline Springs George Cross. And it is a half-time whistle here at Adventure Park. It is Avondale leading 3-1 against George Cross. Mark, it was a good game, but a couple of mistakes by Georgies in the end that really cost them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a fly on the wall in that George Cross change room at half-time. I think they might get a bit of a hairdryer treatment from Eric Vasiliadis, because they did well that opening 20 minutes, half an hour of the game. That whole 45, they didn't really play that poorly. I thought they were the better side until the opening goal, and then got themselves back into the game, and then conceded two very soft goals to kind of put Avondale in the ascendancy now. Avoidable goals as well, so they'll be disappointed with the way they've conceded those goals this afternoon, and a lot to do to work on to get back into it now.
We'll be back after the halftime break. Don't go away, there's plenty of football still left to come. gentlemen, to this round 11 Senol NPL Victoria match between the host Avondale FC versus Caroline Springs George Cross, coming to you live from Avenger Park. Alex Sivkorovsky and Mark Ivkovic bringing you the live action. Mark, it was an entertaining first 45 if you're an Avondale fan, but for Georgie fans, geez, you'll be really disappointed at some of the decision makings which led to 2 goals.
Yeah, very frustrating if you're a George Cross supporter. You know, I said I wouldn't want to be in the George Cross change room at half time, and you know, Eric Vasiliadis was in and out after 5 minutes, and the team was out 5 minutes early. So obviously they would have got a spray. Just a really poor decision making that's let them down, and you know, made it so difficult for them to get back into the game. So that's where the frustration would be.
So one change at half time. Nicholas Dibb coming on. Maker looks to have given way. Earlier change, Jordan Tucker came off with injury. Justin Spiteri replacing him. So 3-1, 45 minutes left to go. It's a monumental task. But if they can do it, obviously try to get an early goal here to make it 3-2, it will definitely do them wonders. But if Avondale get that early goal, they'll definitely run away with it here. Earlier game, Heidelberg going down 2-1 to Hume City, and Preston Lions leading 1-0 against Dandenong Thunder, and that's at half time. As Green coming through the middle of the park, out wide for Norelli. Cross comes in. Oh, it's headed awkwardly there. Blake Carpenter. I don't think he was expecting it to come down, but he's taken a diving header, especially after his chin wrap was strapped up earlier on.
Jeez. I don't know how he managed to get on to the end of that. Great ball into the area, but there's no way that Carpenter should be getting on the end of that. Georges need to be careful that you know, they don't open themselves up too much in this game and let it get away from them. You know, you don't want to be on the receiving end of a heavy defeat.
Zoutsidis out wide to Marzis.
What they have shown, George Cross, is they're capable of getting back into games. You know, they never say die attitude, so I wouldn't write them off just yet.
One coming off Spiteri's head. Blake Carpenter now wearing sort of a beard type bandage tape around from the neck brace he had on earlier on.
I'll tell you what, Alex, this is some of the best patch-up job I've seen. Opted against the full mummy look with the wrap around the top of the head.
Spiteri look to bring it in, goes long, bounces over everyone. Flotman, Marzis, Dibb getting some early touches there. Marzis now needs a bit of assistance. Lovely work there from Lofts. Good tackle from Trejcheski.
It's good work from Trejcheski, not allowing Georges to break away there.
Whiteley to bring it in for George Cross. Just going to be told to move back a bit by the referee. Gets it into the box. Cutler tried to do the audacious scissor kick, but going wide.
Yes, never on target.
Flotman to bring it in, going straight down the middle of the park. Zoutsidis and Ott just holding on. Towns going wide. Valentini just took a tumble there as Bernardo clears. Ite Towns.
Great work by George Ott. Zoutsidis was all over him. His upper body strength of one, fend him off, and then able to bring it down and keep the ball for Avondale. That's what he's so good at, George Ott. And that's what Georgie's lack, is that focal point up top, someone that's able to do that, that pressure valve release that Avondale have in Georgia.
Oh, it's a lovely ball now. Offside flag is raised. Spiteri. Still going to youngster. Oh, just put Dib under the pump there for poor ball as Trey Chesky now. Spiteri chasing hard to get back. Still going Spiteri. Well done there. He recovered, but again it's that poor pass from James that time.
It's George on again, breaking the lines of physical presence. And it's been a masterstroke by the Avondale coaching staff this afternoon to play him in that role. It's really put that George Cross midfield under pressure.
Spiteri. The frustrations from the Georges players is just need to get their heads back into the game. There's plenty of time left to go. So if they can get a quick goal, they're back in this game. James follows up. Zoutsidas has got to be careful now. Going wide, but cut off by Carpenter. Nice little ball over the top. Good work there by Zoutsidas to cover. It's good football here. Marzi's now. Lovely through ball. Cutler. Just lays it off. Marzi's. Still going Marzi's. It's a hot ball at the moment. Cutler now. Cross comes in low. Flotman clears. Gang tackle there, and he still comes away with the ball. As going in the way of Georgie's there. Comes back the out. Ooh. As Luke lost. As a medic comes out, let's hope he's okay.
Valentini on the receiving end of that. Jeez. That would have hurt that one.
It's Valentini that's gone down. Good sportsmanship by the Georges players, making sure that he's okay. The medic's out there.
Yeah, there's no intent behind it. Luke Lofts just having a shot, and Valentini's put his body on the line. Straight back up on his feet now, though.
He's back on his feet, which is a promising sign. What do you think Georges need to do, Mark, to get back into this game? They've got just over 40 minutes left to go.
One, need to calm down just a little bit. They're overhitting their passes and then getting frustrated with that. Just calm down and, slowly work your way back into the game and just be clinical. They're going to get moments. They're getting into the right areas, but just need to be clinical in that final third. Make sure that the crosses into the box are the right weighted passes, getting in behind the defence as well, making the right runs. They're going to get into those areas. Just need to make sure that they're clinical when they get into those areas.
So good opportunity here for Georges. The wind is behind them now, so they've got to take advantage of this set piece here. Cross comes in, headed away by Flotman, falls to Carpenter. He sends it back where it came from. And Whiteley will see that go over the line.
There's nothing wrong with that clearance from Carpenter. There's nothing on for Avondale. Just clear your lines, set your defensive shape up and start again.
Reid with the knee there. Dib, good challenge. And the referee's going to call it back and give it a card.
It's pointing up there!
George Cross frustrated with that, which, I think that they're entitled to. We've seen those tackles made by both teams a number of times this afternoon.
With your belts went away. 2 yellow cards. You must put a blue jumper. You're looking good.
Away fans just voicing their displeasure at the caution given.
I understand their point, but I think that's the least of their problems this afternoon. Georgia again. This is some display is putting on Georgia.
Oh, Dib giving away a poor ball as Filer recovers. He sends it long. It's a foot race between Reid and Cutler now. Well, it's given away.
Well,
loss. Right idea. Just couldn't get his accuracy right.
started off all right. Looked like it was going to fly into the back of the net, but just a little bit too much juice on it. It's probably the second or third time now Gibson struggled as well with his clearances on his left foot. Something George just need to recognise, force that pass back to him and then put him under pressure.
Flotman. The wind just taking that one off as Reid follows up. Towns. Good work by Whiteley. Stood his ground. Well, Dib's got to be careful. He was on a card already moments ago.
Does need to be careful. That could have been a disaster. Lucky it didn't turn out to be as bad as it looked like it was going to be. That's the last thing that the Georges need, is to go down to 10 men.
Flotman going to the left-hand side, just a tad too long for Max Green. And it'll be a throw for Georges. Deep at right back.
Benefit for Georges is this wind's really picked up now and started to favour the way they're attacking. You can see with some of these Avondale clearances, it's starting to get caught up in the wind.
And Reid giving away a foul there.
Necessary foul. Didn't need to make that challenge.
So they probably need to test Jack Gibson. Is really try to put him under the pressure here. The wind is favouring Georges. They only need one goal to get back into this game. As Joshua Whiteley, will he fancy himself as Gibson has the hat on. The cross comes in, looking for the back post, and Cutler just couldn't get on the end of it.
It's been a good 5 minutes for Georges, though, starting to put this Avondale defence under a little bit of pressure.
Short ball in as Gibson goes in the middle. Oh, almost turning it over as Reid recovers. Zoutsidis did well. Just too many blue shirts around now. Fornarelli looking to twist. Just using all his years of experience. Gets out of trouble so easily now. As Avondale push forward, it is a corner now. They just go forward so easily, Mark, in for a transition that Georges really have to get numbers behind the ball just to keep up.
Yeah, look at that fantastic work from Fornarelli. I think that's the difference this afternoon, is that quality that Avondale's got up front. They look so dangerous when they do go forward.
Corner comes in near post. It's cleared by Spiteri. Towns to Trajewski. Carpenter fancies himself. Good save by Siciliano. Scored a wonderful free kick a few weeks ago back here in the very same position. And Siciliano forced the save there.
There's no stopping Carpenter. He's not short of confidence, is he? Doesn't mind striking the ball from any position on the park.
Cross comes in, this time into the hot spot. It's cleared. Oh, swing and a miss from Valentini. Now Dib. Straight to Jacoby. Plenty of numbers behind the ball.
They're the moments that Georges need to win the ball and then break with numbers. Avondale committed a lot of people forward.
Soutsidis did well, recovers. Benadu looks to go upfield, but cut off by Reed. Trajewski. Flotman. Still going, goes wide. Green. Filer finds Cutler. Need numbers now. Lovely ball. Spiteri kept running. This is good football here. Still going wide. Spiteri. Will it get called back? Well, Valentini took him out cleanly, and the referee not interested.
That's a yellow card for me, Alex. He's taken him out behind the play. Some of the bookings we've seen for Georges, I could see the frustration, on their side. For me, that's regardless if there's been bookings in the game or not. That's 100% yellow card.
So it looks like a double substitution here by Avondale as Dylan Jacoby looks to come. No, will stay on. As Emlyn Wellsmore and Murphy Bennett look to come on. Also Aiden Musadanigic for Georges. So both coaches trying to ring some changes in this game. And Cutler looks like to be coming off there. Daniel Cutler's day is done, and Aiden Musadanigic will come on. So like for like change there.
Probably a good change for the Georges. He's been good this season, Mr. Danigic.
Filer, James, Spiteri. Lovely ball down the line to Whiteley. Looks to get across into box. It's a good ball, but no one near it.
That's probably where Mr. Danigic needs to be in that area. He's a little bit too narrow in that position. It's a good ball into the box by Whiteley.
Yep. So Matt Reed looks like to be coming off. Interesting call there. For Murphy Bennett will slot into that position. And looks like Dylan Jacoby will also come off. So coming on is Emlyn Wellsmore.
Came off at a similar time last week as well, Matt Reed. I think they must just be managing his game time at the moment. Has struggled with injury for a number of years now.
Gibson to bring it back into play. It's flicked on as Fornaroli now. Just slowing things down. Lovely ball in. Ott goes wide again. Good movements here by Avondale. Benadu clears. Early touches for Murphy Bennett. Murphy Bennett He's played 3 games. This will be his 4th. Oh, it's an awkward clearance there for Wally. That's his hat-trick. And that is game, set, and match.
Far too easy for Avondale there. Justin Spiteri getting caught out there by Max Green. Too easy. Way too easy. Allowed a lot of space for Green to put in that ball. Soft hands by Siciliano as well. And Fornaroli just taking the scraps for his hat-trick this afternoon.
Well, that'll get him to 7 for the season. And that's just taken whatever wind Georgie's had in their sail out, as they were playing good football after the halftime break. But again, if you don't take your chances, teams like Avondale and Fornaroli, they only need one chance, and he buries that one far too easily. And this will be Georgie's biggest loss so far this season if the scoreline stays the same.
I think the disappointing thing for them is how soft the goals have been that they've conceded this afternoon. That's what the concern will be out of the game as well.
Marzies gets around Blake. Carpenter lofts in the middle of the park. Musatanagic, Trajcheski, so silky smooth. Finds Ott in the middle, but cut off by Filer. Again, it's that poor passing by Georges has caught him out now over the top. Ott, Filer gets it under control. Siciliano comes out to save.
Yeah, far too many turnovers by Georges this afternoon as well. There's another one again.
Sadanagic now twisting and turning. Shot comes in. Gibson sprays it away for a corner. Well, the task does not get any easier for George Cross. Next week they have Hume at home, South Melbourne away, and then Bentley for their return fixture. Whereas for Avondale, they have Altona away, home, Hume away, and then South after that. So the cross comes in. We'll get back to that point. Carpenter, far too easy for him. Marzies, good cross into the box. Spiteri, cleared by Fornaroli. Now it's a foot race between Trajcheski and James. Oh, James has done a poor pass. Oh, he's missed it completely. Trajcheski now. Is it going to trickle over? It does. And Trajcheski just nails a final into the coffin.
Jeez. I think that goal just about sums up George's afternoon. Shocker touchback by James, but against Siciliano still should have been able to deal with that. Trajcheski didn't get his foot onto it, just needed to go through the ball and Trajcheski, but miskicked at Siciliano. And just like I said, that just about sums up their afternoon.
Other than the first goal, really, Mark, the last 4 have been all by simple, basic errors.
That's the concerning thing for Georges. You know, you expect to be under a bit of pressure against Avondale. You know, we know the quality they've got going forward, but you can't concede soft goals like that. You know, you've just given them 4 goals on the platter this afternoon.
There's a long throw into the box. Is there a consolation goal here as Ott just hoofs it forward? I think that's what will frustrate Eric Vasiliadis more than anything. It's the soft goals they've conceded. Fair enough, the first one, Fornaroli, beautiful finish, but the rest of them have been really their own wrongdoing. Marzies, good effort, but Gibson had it covered.
Which is surprising though, Alex. You know, you watch a lot of George Cross this season. It's what they've been so good at, is being defensively solid. You know, a hard-working team that's hard to break down, doesn't give anything away, no nonsense. You know, make sure it's safety first. But it's been the complete opposite this afternoon. You know, the area of concern for them has been not being able to score goals. You know, being competitive and being in games has been down to them being so defensively solid and not putting themselves under unnecessary pressure.
Lofts. I just put it too straight, easy clearance for Bennett. Well, in their last 3 games, they've conceded 9 goals. Prior to that, their defensive record was quite good, actually. As Filer goes wide, it's brought down by Musa Zanigic, and that'll be a corner. So,
and again, that's what the concern will be this afternoon for them. You know, they still don't look like being able to really threaten defences. Spoke about that in the pre-game, and now they're conceding soft goals. We spoke during the halftime break, Alex, that they wouldn't want to let this blow out to a 5-1 loss. But unfortunately, that's the way it's panning out at the moment. You can see a lot of heads down at the moment. There's still 20 minutes to go as well. Against a team like Avondale, they're not going to take their foot off the pedal. They're just going to keep going for it.
Cross comes into the hot spot. It's headed away. Marzies gets another chance at it. Another ball into the box. Shot comes in. It's blocked that time by Bennett. He might have copped one in the crown jewels there. So play on is the call now. It's Valentini. Fornaroli patiently waiting for it. Valentini to Fornaroli. Siciliano got there first. And you can just see the slow build-up here, Mark, is they've got 2 players out. They've got to quickly turn it, and no one's really making runs forward. Spiteri still going. Just showed too much of the ball as Green clears to Benadu. Good cross into the box, but Spiteri forced to make a big run. He's kept it in, which is good effort. Finds Dib. Whiteley just took a heavy touch and lost his footing there.
Murphy Bennett still struggling now. Taking a bit of wind out of him.
Looks like Avondale will make a sub. Ayuk Mole will come on. The 20-year-old has made 2 appearances so far this season. Not sure who's going to be coming off here, as Avondale happy to take up as much time as possible on this one. Would you put Fornaroli on ice, Mark, and get him ready for next week, or would you keep going?
Try telling him that. I think he'd much rather stay out there at the moment.
Or Gibson, he saves his blushes there. He's tried to squat it away, and it's fallen in the hands of Georges, but he gets a lucky reprieve there. No, it's going to be also Siete Murai coming on as well, so double change here for Avondale once they get a chance.
Yeah, I imagine it'll probably be Green and Valentini making way for them.
Oh, almost got through there. Whiteley as Carpenter, no pressure on him at all. He swings at it, and that might force the change for Avondale here. As it looks like Trajewski will come off. for Siete Mirai. That's a good substitution, like for like, in positions. And also coming off Max Green. So Trajewski not getting his hat-trick, unfortunately, but a double for him today. Marzies. Carpenter. Ott. Towns. Lovely movement here as Valentini now. Trying to break the lines. Good work there by Musa Danigic. He goes back to Siciliano. Ooh, he leaves it late again. Oh, it's come through now. It's a 3-on-2 now. Can Georgies make him pay? Marzies tries to play it down the line, but Bennett stood his ground. Good work by the youngster there.
So that's the difference between these two sides this afternoon, Alex. Avondale pounced on every mistake that Georgies have made. Flopman, stepping out and missing the ball. It's a 3v2. Georgies have to finish that. Didn't even get into a goal-scoring position, yet alone having an opportunity to finish it.
Well, it's been the story of the day for George Cross. They just haven't been able to get their passing game going, and in the end it's biting them on the backside. They noticed this was a big game for them. A win here could have put them above Avondale, and this loss now puts them right in the pack and could potentially start to be a very difficult next couple of games. They do also have the Doherty Cup in between, where they play Williamstown on the 12th of May. So it's a big couple of weeks now for the newly promoted side, kept in by Spiteri. Marzies, James goes wide to Musa Danigic. Just no overlapping run as Benadu eventually makes the run, but Valentini just happy to hold it up. Oh, it's a poor pass there from Bennett. Valentini saving his blushes, but they give it back again as the cross comes in, and that'll be a corner.
A little bit of complacency creeping into Avondale at the moment.
So double substitution here. Callum Pickford will come on. Coming off is Josh Whiteley. And Ross Vasiliadis will come on. I thought Whiteley did well so far. He's played a real solid game. Can the substitution at least bring the scoreline more respectable? And Ottman Benadu comes off as well. They go short. Musa Danigic. Towns clears. Marzies goes to James. Looking for the back, but it's all Avondale as an easy pick up there for Gibson.
It's a great throw by Gibson.
Carpenter. The referee just getting involved there. Zoutsidis done well today. Zoutsidis against Ott. He's kept him quiet. Lovely ball over the top. Handed away by Bennett. Musa Danigic now. Can he get across into the box? Wellsmore did well to stop the defending. Cross comes in. It's headed away by Bennett. Siciliano.
Sting's kind of been taken out of this one now. The team's just easing off.
They go back to Filer. James goes back to Zoutsidis as he goes wide. Mustanagic. Squares it to the edge of the box, but Murai there to clean up. Towns. All good work there as Valentini. Carpenter still going. Spiteri trying to get back. Valentini now. Gets it into Ott. Good tackle in the end from Spiteri. And
the only positive that Georgies can take out of this is, yes, they've conceded 5 goals, but like we've discussed, Alex, 4 of them have just been such basic, silly errors. So, if they can eliminate that from their game and just make better decisions on the pitch, which is a pretty easy fix. It's more a mentality thing. It's not all doom and gloom. It's the issues that we've seen this afternoon are pretty easy to rectify. It's just more now a mental game for Eric Vasiliadis to get his team back up and confident again, like they were in the probably the opening 8-9 games. It started to fall apart slowly the last couple of weeks. You can see that the confidence isn't there, and losing 5-1 isn't really going to do wonders for your confidence.
Fornarelli just wanted it a little bit more straighter there. As Leon Alizat coming on for Stefan Valentini. Vasilia. This goes long. It's a foot race, but Bennett will shield the ball. So 10 minutes left to go here at Avenger Park in this round 11 Senol NPL Victoria match. Avondale leading 5-1 thanks to a hat-trick from Bruno Fornaroli and a double from Christian Trejcheski. Sole goal scorer for George Cross was Luke Lofts.
Just the way the game started and then the equaliser from Georgie's, you wouldn't have envisioned the game going the way it's gone, would you, Alex? They just shot themselves in the foot too many times this afternoon, Georgie's.
Well, I've been here when Avondale beat, I think, Heidelberg. I think it was 8-2 that day. I watched them and they tore Heidelberg apart in that game. Today, despite the scoreline, it hasn't been the vintage Avondale or this season Avondale. It's just been that George has made it so easy for them to get the goals that, Avondale were just being like, today was just a training park drill because they were so easy. The first goal, fantastic, but from there on in, Avondale just pickpocketed those mistakes, made them pay, and made Georges look second-rate as they go forward again, still playing brilliant free-flowing football as Towns go short to Fornaroli. It's a low ball into the box. Zoutsidis falls for Murai. Thanks to Carpenter. He launches that, and that's gone into the car park.
It's probably better off having a shot from that that distance, Carpenter. If I was Eric Vasiliadis, I wouldn't even do a video session on this game. I would just try and forget about it as quickly as possible. Move on to Hume next week. But like you said, it doesn't get any easier after that. They're coming off a 2-1 win over Heidelberg.
Towns. You can just see the composure of the two sides. Despite Avondale being under the pressure, they just look a lot calmer. They're more collected. Even though Georgie's right on their backside, they're still composed. They're still giving their proper passes. With Georgie's at times, the simple pass, they've made it so difficult for themselves. As again, Zoutsidis probably been the best of Georgie's, along with I feel Spiteri. File running through the middle, it goes wide to Mustanagic. Trying to get across into the box. He does. It's headed away. Shot comes in from James. It's not even going to trouble Gibson there.
To their credit, they haven't fully dropped their heads, Georgies, and kind of stopped that tide coming. Could have, fully dropped their heads there and let it really get away from them. Avondale's in first gear now.
Headed away by Spiteri. Falls to Marzies. Lovely flick on from Lost there. Marzies stood his ground there. Was Flotman. Six minutes ago plus stoppage time here at Avenger Park. It's Avondale leading 5-1 as Alizat getting involved. He puts a darting ball through, but Gibson will get it under control.
A little bit risky there from Gibson.
Update in the other game, Preston still leading Dandenong under 1-0. Altona and Dandenong City will kick off at 6:15 this afternoon for the final game of round 11 of Senol NPLM Victoria. As Gibson almost getting it into the commentary box.
Sure, we would have dealt with that comfortably, Alex, if it made its way up here.
Just make sure no Ronaldo celebrations there.
Very good.
It's Callum Pickford getting some valuable minutes, the youngster. Late challenge there from Ayok Mull, and it's a free kick here.
Had some big wins at home this season, Avondale. 5-0 over Great Gully, 4-1 against Dandenong City. 5-1 this afternoon.
Carpenter just slicing that one. Zoutsidis spiping under pressure from Altoona. Composes himself. It's a good long ball to Marzies, who couldn't get that under control. Whoa. Alizar there with a high challenge. Referee, no caution given. More violent. James just not on the same page as he gives it back to Filer. Marzies, lovely little flick over Carpenter by Leo Marzies. The cross comes in. It was a good ball in. Musa Danigic couldn't get it on target. And they're the chances that you need to put away in this league. The good sides do. The sides that don't will find themselves deep in relegation battle. As Alizar plays it upfield. Carpenter not sure what he was doing there, so miscommunication. James. And that's going to get called back.
thought he's been positive this afternoon, Mars. He's toiled away on that right-hand side, limited opportunities, but when he has gotten some space, he's put good balls into the area. Not easy as well coming up against Blake Carpenter this afternoon.
Oh, good flick on there from Ott. He finds Alizard. And good recovery from Spiteri. He's probably slowed things down on the right-hand side, Justin Spiteri, since coming on. They've been targeting the left-hand side more. Ott. The enforcers worked hard today as Musatanigic sends it long, but Bennett's there to recover.
I'd love to see George Ott's GPS stats after the game. He's put in a shift and a half.
Spiteri, got to be careful. Play on, he's still the call there. Eventually we'll get called back.
I was wondering when that whistle was going to blow. This is a dangerous area. Got two very good set piece takers for Neroli and Carpenter. I think if you're taking the ball off Carpenter in this situation.
Well, can it be another Carpenter knuckleball here? 4 in the wall. It's Carpenter. Trying to go outside of the foot, but a bit too straight.
He rushed it there. I'm sure if it was 1-1, he would have taken a bit more.
James gets out of trouble. Vasiliadis plays the ball, but recovered there by Flotman. Gibson gets distance on there. Oh, Filer there, just too casual as Alizard. Fornaroli fouled, but referee says it's all clean as Lofts now. Gets around, he again has that poor pass as Bennett recovers. Avondale looking to go forward once again. Is there another goal left in him? It's Mo. Cross comes in. Zoutsidis. Moss comes away, but Carpenter just too alert of his surroundings. Marzis. Pickford's got to make a run now. Carpenter chasing hard to get back into position. It was deemed a clean challenge there by the referee as Avondale now look to go forward, and Fornaroli can't believe it, he was offside. Filer again switching to the left-hand side as Mustadanigic. Can they get a late consolation goal here? But Flotman is able to recover. Mura. He's onside this time for Neroli. They go back to Siciliano. Waiting for the fourth official. We've played the 90 minutes so far. We've played 2 minutes into that 90. Not sure how much time is there left, but going forward again as Filer's got to be careful. Or is there one last challenge here? It's Marzis. Got to go one-on-one with Flotman. Good work, Marzis. Can he finish? He gets a late consolation goal.
Some pass by Morgan Filer to find Marzis, and we spoke about Marzis' endeavour this afternoon. Probably deserved a goal. It's been probably the only shining light in this George Cross performance this afternoon. Did well to twist and turn and get Flopman on the wrong side, and great finish.
Well, that's his 4th goal of the season. And that is a full-time whistle here at Avenger Park in his round 11 Senol NPLM Victoria match between Avondale and George Cross. It's Avondale winning 5-2 in the end. They were far, far too clinical and made George Cross to pay there. Mark, it was a tough old day for George Cross in the end.
Yeah, very frustrating afternoon for the Georgies. They'll want to move on from that performance very, very quickly. Avondale is just taking advantage of all those mistakes as good sides do. Once they open the door for them, they just stepped right in and converted their chances, and comfortable, important win for Avondale this afternoon.
Well, thank you all for tuning in. Wherever you're watching around the world, thank you so much. It's been a great day for Avondale. There's still plenty of football. Preston versus Dandy Thunder and Altona Magic versus Dandy City on NPL Victoria YouTube page. Have a fantastic weekend.